Hello and welcome to the Talkin Yanks pre-game show. Game 5 in Cleveland. The New York Yankees up 3-1 after back-to-back insane nights of baseball. My name is Joe's McFly. That is Jack Curry coming live from the roads of Jersey as the Yankees try to get it done with Carlos Rodon back on the bump. It feels like he started game 1 of this series a decade ago. Jim, how you doing?
I'm good. We're on a walk. Got home at 3 a.m. last night. We'll be back doing that again tonight. Heard you had a nice slumber. Jealous. But yeah, so sorry about the shaky camera. We got game 5. We're punching our ticket. Wow, you are stink. We got World Series tickets being purchased tonight by the Yankees. Although I haven't thought about this game because I really haven't had time. I spent all night watching all the post games, reading all the tweets, watching all of our clips, watching all the clips, and just living in yesterday's game, which was good. It was the first one of the postseason, first postseason win last night that I didn't want to leave. You know what I mean? I just wanted to just be in that hype as long as possible. James wants to get out of the car. So I haven't thought about today that much, and I'm interested to see what we walk into because I started to as the Kid Rock song was going, and I was like, oh, this might be at a scoring Rodon to Stroman and Weave at the 9th, and that's all.
Yeah, the pitching can get thin pretty quickly. We'll do that in the pitching path to victory. We'll give you some lineups because there are some updates, little what to watch for, and then some premos. And yeah, today was I'd say once a month, Jess texts Jimmy and is like, does Jake need to be at work? Because he's just asleep and kind of looks dead. So it's good to get that out of the way. And
I said, I'm glad he's sleeping.
It was, some of these Yankees, they might be tired. I hope not. I hope they've got the juice, and I hope Cleveland are dead Guardians walking.
And one thing we need to discuss, credit to us, but not fully credit to us, because I don't think I got a beautiful tree in front of me. I think the people need to see this.
Wow.
I don't even know if it's showing up on camera, how good that looks in person. It's such a nice time of year. But we were early on the turtlenecks, dude. Boone gave us shit. People be giving us shit. I don't think the Yankees players saw us in turtlenecks and that swayed them. But it turns out we're just in the right. I'm not saying we started the trend and that's why the Yankees, but all the tweets today, pretty cool, man. They pulled the turtlenecks they're wearing out of storage. Behind the scenes, Joe's wanted to buy one. We called 2 different Yankee shops in the New York City in the stadium to ask if they sold them, and they're like, no. And we were like, what's going on then? Those are turtlenecks worn by Jeter and Knobloch, and probably Bat Boys and shit, or extras from the 90s that Judge and Volpe are wearing. That's awesome.
So yeah, I know our guy Shackle kind of revealed that. John Boy Media, Justin Shackle. And yeah, I'm gonna need a little more because everything you're saying is very true, but also Aaron Judge is the biggest human ever. So whose turtleneck? Is that David Wells' old Yankee whose turtleneck is he fitting in? So I don't know. I've got
stuff back then that were probably big because whoever's turtleneck it was probably wore an extra large, but was not the same extra large that Judge is.
Yeah, but he big, you know?
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just wearing it as a crop top, which that'd be pretty funny.
That's what we're doing.
The Yankees lineup does have some slight changes today. Gleyber Torres leading off second base, Juan Soto right field, Aaron Judge in center, Giancarlo Stanton DHing, hitting fourth. So he moves up. I'm seeing Rizzo, Volpe, Wells, Verdugo. Now, I thought I saw a different line. Jazz, Rizzo, Volpe, Wells, Verdugo. So Jazz moves down a spot. Rizzo comes up. Volpe splits up the four lefties in the bottom.
Dude, we talked about this lineup that if you do Judge and Stanton back to back, you're going to have two lefty stacks later on in the lineup. And like, do you want that or not? And you had said at the time, like maybe just move Volpe up so you have one lefty stack, but it's a three people. So they didn't do that. They opted for the two different back-to-back lefties. So they're building reliever lanes for the Guardians with the Judge, Stanton, and then the other two. So who is it? It's Jazz, Rizzo, and then Verdugo, Wells are the two lefty back-to-backs.
Yes.
But I am just very happy they're trying things. Like, I wasn't terribly upset that they tried to get Jazz pitches to hit yesterday and see if it would get them going. It didn't. So now I'm happy they didn't stay with it, and they're trying something new, and they didn't just go back to like, well, let's put Rizzo in the cleanup spot and keep it the same. Like, no, let's do this and try this. So in the regular season, we always like clamor for consistency so they can get into a flow. Postseason is a different animal. You have to act quick. You have to make decisions. If Swisher has to sit the World Series game, Girardi sat him in 09, you know? If Cecil Fielder needs to start and they need to take the first and third baseman out in 96, they did that. So, like, this is the time to just change it up and keep trying and finding things. And so I am happy they're doing that. So I like this lineup today.
Wade Box to the bench.
Yeah. Wade Box to the bench,
It kind of is what it is at this point, and maybe you've talked a lot about relievers getting exposed, like the fact that these relievers have been seen. Do the lanes matter as much? Like if the guys, I don't know, I don't know if anyone coming in for Judge, Stanton, Soto at this point, if there's anything for them. And we've also seen, if you're someone who wants to see Rizzo up, maybe sure there's an argument there. But we also saw Jazz like get the bunt down yesterday. So I think there's if Boone was to reveal everything to us, I think they believe in having like some of the athleticism mixed in.
I think so too,
guys.
I think so. Yeah.
It is what it is to a degree. Let's see how it feels tonight. And Rodon back on the bump. I mean, full rest. He had an amazing start to get into this postseason. And on the other side of that, it's hasn't been a feature of our pregame show. And there was one rude pregame show. We don't feel bad for that, Cleveland, but it happened. But Cleveland is starting two of their more feared hitters because Rodon is on the bump. So it's Quan, Fry, Ramirez, Lane Thomas, Naylor, Big Christmas, Naylor, Jimenez, Rocchio with Bybee on the bump.
Yep. Which does allow Stroman to come in with only four lefties, but then they're clearly going to pinch hit all their lefties if he does. So their lineup, yeah, I'd be happy to see this on the Guardians. Also, I was thinking from a Guardians perspective on their bullpen. If I'm a Guardians fan, I don't know, tell me if you're a Guardians fan listening, it's like Avila and Morgan have to pitch like 4 innings today. They've been shutting the Yanks down. Like, if they can find those guys the 2 lanes that they've been in, that should be – they should pitch. Like, I don't know. Why would you want to lose with Cade Smith, Gaddis, and Plus A again? Now's not the time to be proud. Eli Morgan has dominated, and Avila has also, like, shut him down.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably going to need most of the guys you mentioned anyways. So in a way, it is what it is. You know, there's the guys that got you there and all that.
Saddle.
And Tanner Bybee, dude. Whoa, all right.
Yeah,
in there. Tanner Bybee is back on the mound for them. I mean, he got pulled in what was, I mean, A, he didn't look great. B, they were hyper aggressive that game. So with, all their high end bullpen arms you mentioned, it would be a 3rd day in a row for them. I mean, it's potentially the end of their season. And I don't know. Those are like they're younger guys. It's the playoffs. They're gonna all be available. It's all hands on deck. And where for the Yankees, you're probably not seeing. You're definitely not seeing Clay Holmes today. You're probably not seeing Tommy Kahnle today. Um, so on the Yankee side of things, like you mentioned, if Rodon has any struggles, I think they'll be happy to hit like someone to get out of the inning and then Stroman, or maybe straight to Stroman, or they've got to piecemeal it together with Mesa, Leiter. Tim Hill like should be out, but he's probably not. And then Luke Weaver would be available, I'd assume, or will be available for a ninth inning today, I'd guess.
Yeah, I mean they could use Cousins if the righties stay in, because like, dude, if you bring Cousins in first, right?
Right.
This is what I do. If Rodon gives you like 5 and you're in a okay, play in the backyard for a little bit. All right, I'll play with you. If Rodon gives you like 5 and you're in a close game, right? Fry and Noel are who I don't want in the game. I'd bring Cousins out early, like first, in that Noel and Fry lane. Because if they pinch hit Manzaro and who's the other guy? Thomas? Schneeman?
Brennan.
And now Noel and Fry aren't going to face Weaver or whoever's pitching in the 6, 7, 8, 9 or 7, 8, 9. So if Cousins is available, I'd use him against those two righties right away. And then you're going to have to deal with the bad matchup of Cousins versus the lefties. Get those guys out of the lineup. They can't come back in. That'd be great. I'd take that. So, but if it's a winning effort or like a losing effort by 3-run margin, either way, I think it's Stroman. You eat innings, you get rest. Leiter should be available, and Weaver in a save at the very end. Other than that, dude, like you're up 3-1, and you get an off day and go back to the stadium. I don't think they're gonna kill any arms for this win tonight.
No, I mean, hey, Rodon, it's crazy. It's been a long series, but he was 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run. He gave up the 1 homer, 9 Ks. He was dominant. So if he can do that again, which again, that's a huge ask in the playoffs, but let's say, the Yankees offense does their thing. If he can give them innings again and get them 6, you'd have Luke Weaver for the 9th. That you have to figure out 2 innings there between Leiter, Cousins, Mays. Like, again, I know it's not pretty and you shouldn't be like fist pumping, but those are guys that have also gotten outs at some point this postseason. And if the Yankees have a lead, the pressure of Cleveland's season falls on them. So let's see where Rodon is at. And Yankee fans probably do need it in the back of their head that if this game isn't going their way, I mean, yeah, you could see Brent Honeywell came in for the Dodgers the other day and threw like 60 pitches just to do it, and Stroman would find himself in that situation.
Yeah, I still think there's a lot of Yankee fans that don't realize the pen is very shallow. Because every time they brought someone in yesterday, they were like, "Why'd you bring this guy in?" It's like, who do you think's available? Do you think Betances and Mariano around the corner? Like our Betances and Mariano is Clay and Weaver.
Yeah.
So that's the pitching path to victory. Don't be fucking shit. You take it for a second.
Betances was in our live stream last night, and I hope you guys are. We had a fun one with the Kid Miro. We'll be back at it tonight on this channel. Make sure you're live streaming with us. It's a lot of fun, live chat, some goofs and gaffs, if I'm being honest. I guess that leads to a what to watch for, and I think we've been internally laughing because the whole show is what to watch for, and then we usually wait for Joe's McFly to throw something in. My what to watch for, I think I'm going to take my eyes back to Rizzo. We had the weird play at first with him and Leiter, which I talked about with Plouffe on Talkin Baseball, and I don't know, it's a bizarre one that he kind of pointed the finger at Rizzo. Rizzo's been hitting a ton. That I just want to see where he's at defensively, because we've had a couple more weird ones going back to the start of the year. We had some weird ones with Rizzo, so like let's get a clean game out of him, because there's, I don't know, people were talking in a joking way because they're like, hey, Rizzo might be like kind of pain meds off his butt to play through his hand stuff, that he like might not be the sharpest. And at first I was like, that's kind of a funny joke. And then I was like, that could be actually happening, that he got defensive replaced by his Waldo Cabrera last night. So I don't know. I need more Rizzo data.
Yeah, he's hitting 455, 1 OPS. So you're still going to take it because like the routine plays where he's catching a ball are there. But I do wonder if that, some of them are down the line. They're kind of tough. And then there's been a couple that are weird, and the handcuffing on lighter situation. It's just a weird one, but it's still something to watch for, because you don't want it to cost you big games like it did yesterday somewhat,
Well, and it's funny, if casuals are tuning in, which this is the time of year they should be tuning in, whether you're Yankee fans or just baseball fans.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
If you see Anthony Rizzo getting subbed out for Oswaldo Cabrera, you're like, what is this, Reggie? Do you have one, Jim?
By what to watch for? Wellesley, the homer yesterday, and that was nice. Then Clase gets him. That's a tough at bat for lefties. Most of our winning efforts against Clase are from our righties, because that cutter kind of goes away instead of in. But if he can put back-to-back games with an extra base hit, or gets 2 singles today, or a single and a walk, like if he's not finds himself on the base paths twice, or finds himself with another homer, another double, that's 2 in a row, especially if that's a winning effort. That's going to help him going into the next series, and just like keep momentum building and kind of being like, all right, let's keep him down here. So I'd like him to build off that homer.
Yeah.
That's wise, Jake. I know there's complaints, but what I was saying yesterday was like blaming Jazz on the offense being bad. And I'm not blaming Verdugo on the offense being bad. It's the other 4 or 5 guys. And now, right now, if you look at all their stats, they're crushing it. Like, especially if you look at the championship series numbers. Like Judge in the ALCS has over 800 OPS. Soto's numbers are unbelievable. Stan's numbers are fake. Glaber's numbers are great. So Rizzo's numbers are fake. 455 batting average with 1 dot.
Yeah, that the only asterisk I'd throw in are the Anthonys, which you've mentioned at the bottom of the lineup, has kept the bottom of the lineup from feeling dead. They've both been great.
They've been great. Yeah. But sorry. But the big guys have been big.
Right.
Which is like really fun to look at. So as much as I want Jazz to get going, I don't think I need it. Wellesley would be good, because when he's going, he barrels every ball he hits.
Right. Yeah. No, any contributions from those other guys can sting, and hopefully set up what can be the death blow of this series. If Wellesley and Verdugo can have a couple guys on for that Soto, Judge, Stanton lane, that's the kind of thing that could end the Guardian season. I'll call Joe's to see if there's anything we've missed, and then we can line up our premonitions.
Yeah. Sorry about the at-home pregame show to everyone that's upset about it.
Joe's, you're live on the Talkin Yanks pregame show. What do we miss?
Call has been forwarded to an automated system.
Who's that?
You can answer and then forward?
Did he pick up and send me to voicemail?
You can do that?
Is that a feature?
He used to work for Verizon, so he knows
all sorts of secrets.
You guys heard that, right?
I heard that.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't like his... Okay. Do you have a Premo?
Oh. I don't know if I've landed a Premo yet, man.
We haven't been great with the Premos. Joe's McFly, you're live on Talkin'
Wait,
Yanks. What did we
you got
miss?
Soto homer yesterday.
Oh, that's right. Joe's? You there? I think my phone just quit on me. Maybe that's what it is.
I'm using my phone, so I can't help out here. Verdugo, big ol' homer.
That's good.
He got that knockoff Bibee in game 1 down the line. Nice piece of hitting, went with it. So my thinking is maybe Bibee remembers that and is like, I don't want to pitch him away because went with it away.
Hey,
And then maybe he comes in and Verdugo goes big fly.
Can you see me?
I've got Joe's McFly here. Joe's, what do we miss?
There you go. What?
How are you calling me too?
I'm not.
What do we miss, dude?
Oh my God, this is the most difficult one. Please. Do not pitch the big Christmas. He's starting, but that could work in our benefit because at least he's not losing as a pinch hitter. That's a good thing. Why does Jimmy look confused?
I agree with you.
He agrees.
Like you said, donut.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. I'm a little worried about the back-to-back lefty situation there, but I guess Rizzo's not a normal lefty because he's a pro at bat. But I would rather them kind of switched. I would rather like Rizzo up top and Jazz bottom, but I don't know what they were thinking about that. Who's available in the pen? Everybody but Clay Holmes?
You're just kind of retreading. You're almost stepping on
We've
everything.
talked about all of
These
this,
are things we
dude.
talked about.
Well, I don't have like a note to take. Okay, I got a good one. I got a real good one that you guys didn't talk about.
Okay.
Right? You ready? I need some first inning runs once again
Sure.
to put them behind the 8-ball.
What do you mean? What do you mean the 8-ball?
So it's an elimination game.
Oh, we said that.
We know it's an elimination game. It doesn't even need to be said. But Yankees scoring first will allow Rodon on the road to just feel himself a little bit. He has to go deep in this game. You guys talked about that already.
Yeah.
And it's good if there's some early runs, kind of like they did yesterday with Luis Hill.
Cool. Good stuff, Joe's McFly.
I don't know. I mean, what was that?
Joe's McFly eye in the sky.
Joe's can't make a live stream tonight. It's just you and I. We'll have to have him call in to OCC.
Well, I'm calling OCC.
I'd like half the stadium to be empty by the time the last out's recorded.
Oh, yeah.
Like we had our back-to-back crazy games. I don't have a voice. I barely have a functioning brain.
Right.
You know, like I'd like to pop a weed gummy in the 6th inning and ride it out.
Okay.
Live stream.
This might seem kind of obvious. Stan, put the exclamation point on it. Hit another homer and just be like, damn, the city of Cleveland never wants to see that guy again.
I mean, Stan has delivered every game, during the game, and in the post game.
Like
his post game press conferences are just it's a home run every time.
I want Cleveland fans left so salty from Stanton that this offseason and next spring training, they're like, Stanton's actually better than Judge. And it's like, okay, salty Cleveland fans, we saw what happened too.
Yeah. Jazz is behind Stanton?
Yeah. He might get walked 5 times.
Yeah. Oh, something fun to watch for, Bibee's faces. He made so many faces the first game. I don't think I ever tweeted that out. I made a compilation of all of his faces. I don't think I ever posted it. Yeah, I don't think I posted it. You saw it. I made it.
I saw the comp. Yeah, it's interesting faces.
There's a lot of faces. He just has whatever emotions are on his face, but they're not like a dead giveaway for what he's feeling.
Right. No, they're interesting faces.
Yeah. So just look at his faces a lot. All right. I gotta go play with James a little bit before I head to the office. Cause
Hey, honest, sad sign off. What are percent chances they lose tonight?
20.
Okay, I'm kind of in that realm too.
I mean, Stan's so locked in, and like
if Rodon doesn't have it, it gets.
Oh yeah. Stan has like a bad night, but the how much poise he showed.
Yeah.
One, the growth from his start against the Royals to his start against Cleveland is the most impressive amount of like mental standing growth and like composure gains I've ever seen. Start to start, like a whole new guy that I kind of with him, man.
Dude, what Joe's thing we missed was that he should have gotten, but he's kind of ass, is Rodon being a big time strikeout guy. It's kind of the playoff conversation we've done a couple times. Like the Guardians in theory should be aggressive early, but they also know if Rodon isn't long for this game, the Yankees get screwed a little bit. So they're playing a game of chicken of being aggressive on his early fastballs, but also if they get in a strikeout count, like Rodon was filthy last time. So
yeah, dude, their better shot is working counts to get his pitch count out. But the more that's you're gonna strike out then. Good note.
all right, we will see you guys at the Talkin Yanks live stream. Is the game at 8? Is it 7:58 or something? Is it a weird one?
8:08? I don't know.
Let's see. 8:08. We'll be live streaming.
Allowing us to do this from our homes and not complaining in the comment section about my kids being allowed. Because you're not annoying people. So yeah, love you. Bye.